Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being cooperative and flexing today. As I'm not with you, I'm at UND taking a group of kids to the math track meet. So I will be back with you tomorrow. So it will go on like normal. We will do notes and then you will show either Mrs. Kwame or Mrs. Aarons your filled out note packet to receive your worksheet, okay? So let's get started. So if you remember on Thursday, it was a while ago, but we talked about polygons, right? And we classified them as either concave or convex, right? Or regular, equilateral, angular. Well, now today we're specifically going to focus in on their angles and their interior angles, I guess, at that. So we're going to kind of just walk through this little exploration part together because we should know this first one. So we have a picture here. We know it's a triangle, right? So there's three sides into a triangle, right? 1, 2, 3. And we only see one triangle there. And now we know that all three of our angles in a triangle add to 180. Okay, so now everything's kind of based off this, all right? So just kind of keep this in mind as we move forward. So now our next shape that we have is a quadrilateral. And we know that a quadrilateral has four sides. And now do you see how we drew in a diagonal here? So we have one triangle there and one triangle here for a total of two triangles. So now if one triangle measures, interior angles measure 180, two triangles would have to measure, well, 2 times 180 is 360. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so our next shape we have here, or polygon, is a pentagon, and that has 5 sides. And if we look here, after we draw on those diagonals, we notice that we have 1, 2, 3 different triangles that are formed. So same process, we're going to take 3 times 180 degrees, because one of those triangles has 180 degrees, and there's 3 of them, for a total of 540 degrees. And our last one here is a hexagon, which does have 6 sides. And again, we drew in those diagonals to form our triangles, and we notice that there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different triangles. So again, 4 times 180, because one triangle has 180 degrees, would give us 720 degrees. So what does this mean? Well, this means, you guys, these angles in the corner of a quadrilateral add to 360. These angles in a pentagon add to 540. And the same thing with this hexagon. All those angles inside there add to 720. Okay? Now, the whole purpose of this is to show you that we have a formula. Instead of having to break it down by each little piece here to figure out how many degrees are in our polygon, we do have a formula. Remember, an n-gon is just a polygon with n number of sides. So if we have n number of sides, what's the relationship between the number of sides and how many triangles are in that polygon? So can you guys see a pattern between 3 and 1, 4 and 2, 5 and 3, and 6 and 4? I'm hoping you're noticing it's 2 less, right? It's 2 less. So since it's 2 less, we're going to take the number of sides minus 2 to get the number of triangles. And now to get the actual degree amount, you take that number, the number of triangles, n minus 2, times how many degrees are in a triangle, which is 180. And that's what this next box here is talking about. So it says the interior angle sum formula. If n represents the number of sides of a polygon, then the sum of the interior angles can be found by using this formula. N minus 2, so the number of triangles in our polygon, times 180. Okay? So really today is kind of just a bunch of calculator work, which I know is probably difficult. If you don't have a calculator, please use your phone. I guess not ideal for us not being in the classroom, but just do what you can. If not, use your Chromebook, just Google an online calculator, and that will work just as well. Okay, so let's try these bottom ones here. Very straightforward. It says find the sum of the measures of the interior angles in each polygon. So a 15-gon, we're wondering what do all the angles inside a 15-gon have to add to? Well, we simply, you guys just plug into our formula. 15 is the number of sides, so 15 minus 2 times 180. 15 minus 2 is 13. 13 times 180. I don't know off the top of my head, but we'll figure it out. 2,340. So a 15 gon has 2,340 degrees in it. All right, let's try 21 gon. So same thing, plug in 21 for n times 180. 21 minus 2 is 19. 19 times 180. Again, I don't know what these are off the top of my head either. I have to use a calculator. 3,420. So again, a 21-sided figure has 3,420 degrees in it. And then our last one, a 48 gon. 48 minus 2 times 180. 48 minus 2 is 46. So we're going to get a quite large number here, you guys. That's all right. So again, 46 times 180, 8,280 degrees. All right. Good work. Okay, flip it over for me. So same kind of process here. It says find the measure of an interior angle. So we are looking for the measure of angle A. Do you guys see how we don't know what A measures? So it's kind of like finding the missing angle of a triangle, but this time we don't necessarily know what a hexagon, what all 6 of those angles have to add to. That's just not something we usually keep in our memory bank. So we have to first find our sum. So we're going to do what we just did. So we notice that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides to our shape. So to find the sum, we're going to take, we'll do it right here. 6 minus 2 times 180. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 times 180. Grab out our calculator or your phone. That works just as fine. 720. So there's 720 degrees in this hexagon. So all of these angles in here have to add to 720 degrees. So now to find the missing one, I'm just going to take 720 and subtract away. And you're just going to subtract away from 720 degrees and see what you get. So again, calculator work, folks. Just be careful because there's a lot of room for errors. So 720 minus 136, minus 136, minus 88, minus 142, minus 105. Hopefully you got 113 with me. 113. So the measure of angle A is 113 degrees. Okay, let's try another one. Same thing here, but this time we count how many sides our figure has. We're looking for the measure of angle G. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So 5 minus 2 times 180. 3 times 180. Again, calculator work, you guys. 3 times 180 is 540. So all 5 of these angles have to add to 540. Now to find the missing one, subtract away. So 540 minus 111 minus 118 minus 130 minus 109. Again, type it in your calculator or your phone. Whatever is easiest for you to do. Should get 72. 72 degrees. All right, let's try a few more, or 2 more, I should say. Okay, here we go. This time we have what, you guys? 1, 2, a 4-sided figure, a quadrilateral. So let's figure out how many degrees are in a quadrilateral. So 4 minus 2 times 180. 4 minus 2 is 2 times 180 is 360. So again, all 4 of these angles in here have to add to 360. So now we got to subtract away. So 360 minus 103 minus 133 minus 58. Again, take out your calculator or phone, subtract away. Again, be careful. There's lots of little spots to make errors. Okay, I got 66. Did you guys get 66? Angle G measures 66 degrees. Okay, try this one. Pause the video and try figure out this one out on your own, okay? So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 7-sided figure. And remember, what does that box mean? That box means 90. So this angle right here is 90 degrees. And you're looking for angle G, all right? So pause the video, follow the same steps we just did to find the missing measure of angle G. Okay, I'm trusting you that you paused it because now I'm going to work through it. So 7 minus 2 times 180 to get the total sum. So 5 times 180, we should get 900. Okay, so now you're going to subtract all 6 of those angles away from 900, you guys. All right, is that what you did? Again, look at all these spots where you can mess up by just typing it in your calculator wrong. Okay, let's see, 120, 150. Oops, see, I almost messed up there. Be pretty accurate for me, wouldn't it be? Oh, shoot. See, I can't multitask, you guys, minus 90. Okay, did you get 130? According to my key that I made a couple days ago, I got 130 back then, and I'm getting it right now. Okay, I hope that was good. Give yourself a smiley face if you got it. Good job. Okay, now we're going to move on to something a little different, but similar at the same time, okay? So we're still looking at our inside angles, but now we have a regular polygon. And remember, a regular polygon, all angles, I want you guys to write this down, are equal. They're all equal. That's why it's regular, right? That's how we got regular. Again, so if we read this one, it says find the measure of an interior angle of a regular octagon. So an octagon has 8 sides, and that means all of these angles in here are the exact same measure. So if I want to find just one of them, what do? Well, first we got to find our sum like we were doing. So 8 minus 2 times 180. 8 minus 2 we know is 6. Grab out your phone or calculator. Multiply 6 times 180. So you should get 1080. Okay, you guys. So all of these angles in here measure 1080, but we just want one, just one of them. So now you got to take 1080, and since they're all equal, we got to divide it equally by 8. So what's 1080 divided by 8? 135. 135. So each of these angles in here, you guys, is 135 degrees. So this one's 135 degrees. This one's 135. 135, 135, all the way around. They all measure 135 degrees. Okay? So all we did was we found the sum and then divided by the total number of sides. Okay, let's try another one. So same kind of thing. Just find the measure of an interior angle of a regular polygon with 12 sides. So same kind of question, we just don't have a picture. So first we got to figure out, well, how many degrees are in a 12-sided figure? Okay, so 12 minus 2 times 180. 12 minus 2 we know is 10. What's 10, you guys, times 180? 1800. So that's what all of our angles add up to, but we just want one of them. So now we got to take that 1800 and divide by how many sides there are, and we have 12 sides. So divide by 12, and we should be getting 150. Okay? Proud of you. Good job. Let's try a few more. Okay, same kind of thing. We're working with a regular polygon, so all of my angles in here are the same, okay? So it says the figure below is regular, find the value of x. Well, we first got to figure out, what does this angle measure, right? So it's kind of like this one, but then we're taking it one step further. So first we have a 5-sided figure. So figure out how many degrees are in a pentagon. So again, plug into our formula we've been using all lesson. So 3 times 180 is 540. And now we got to figure out, what would just one of these measure? So again, take that 540 and divide it by 5, because we have to split it equally between all 5 of those angles, and it's 108. So all of these angles in here are 108 degrees. So now it's pretty easy to find out what x is, right? Because I know x has to equal 9x minus 18. I know I didn't give you a ton of space on your notes. I apologize. So you're going to have 9x minus 18 equals 108. And now we solve like normal, right? You guys know how to do this. Add over 18. 108 plus 18, you guys. 126. So 9x equals 126. And then your last step is to divide by 9. And we should be getting 14. Good work. Awesome. Nice job. Okay. I challenge you, it's the same kind of problem. See if you can figure it out. If not, I will start to work through it right now. But it's a good chance for you to check yourself if you can follow this process on a different shaped polygon. Okay. But I'm going to start it right now. So again, we have to figure out how many degrees are in this figure. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A 10-sided figure, so a decagon. Okay, so here we go. 10 minus 2 times 180. 10 minus 2 we know is 8. Oops. 8 times 180. You guys see that sort of? Oh, that light's not great. We'll go right there. 8 times 180. 1,440. Okay, so that's what all of the angles add to, but we just want 1. So divide it by 10, and we should be getting 144. So now I know that this angle right here has to equal our 144. So now 10x plus 4 equals 144. Solve like normal, you guys. Oops, minus the 4. 10x equals 140. And then we'll divide out. Divide by 10. X should be, hey, look at that, you guys, we got another 14. X equals 14. And a way to check yourself just real quick since I have you, if you plug in 14 here, 10 times 14 plus 4 gives you 144, which is what we wanted. So good job. That's me giving you a high five. Awesome. Woohoo. If you've made it this far, why don't you email me something you did over your snow day, and I will shoot you a bonus point or 2 on this assignment, okay? But don't tell anyone. If they didn't make it this far, that's their problem. But if you made it this far, again, email me something you did with your snow day on Friday, and I will give you some bonus points on this assignment. Okay, try your best, help each other out, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Goodbye.